Hello viewer, thank you for joining us for another episode of Kiwanjani. My name is Esbon Mogambi, and as usual, I'm joined by two gentlemen, former Kenyan internationals, Innocent Mutiso and James Situma. Remember, we brought to you courtesy of Helabet. You can join, sign and play on helabet.co.ke. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How has your week been?
Of course, fine, fantastic.
Fantastic?
You know what happened to Crystal Palace, so...
Those are non-consequential results, but let's come home. Let's come home. And the Premier League is back, the local league. And a decision was made that by the end of June, the one that will be leading the table will be the representative of Kenya at CAF Champions League. What did you make of this decision?
I was perplexed. I didn't know what to say.
You are what?
I was flabbergasted.
He's making it even worse. Okay, yes.
Yani, nilikosa vitu za kusema.
Vitu maneno ya kusema.
Na wasiwasi. Kidogo nitafute wale waganga hutibu wasiwasi. It was a very interesting decision.
Yes.
You would understand the criteria they used last season when they said that since the league has been cancelled, they will refer to the constitution of FKF.
Yes.
That the team which was leading during the season, first leg, will be eventual champions. Will be the champions, and will be the ones who will be representing Kenya at the CAF Confederations and at the CAF Champions League. Sorry. And at this time, I don't know where they got the decision, because I don't think that is anywhere in the constitution.
In the constitution.
So I guess it was a rushed decision because CAF had already set a deadline. So I think they could have cancelled the league for me.
No. What did you make of the decision?
I thought you were getting my opinion. This is my own opinion.
No,
I don't. Own opinion. As a pandit,
so cancel and then?
They should have cancelled the league. They should cancel the league by that time. Not saying that the leaders will be the champions. They should cancel the league just like last season. And they should say maybe they should, because the last season it was because of force majeure.
Yes.
Like it means that it was an
forces
act
of
God.
nature.
Exactly. And this time round, they just say it is the government which forced them to do it, or they will invoke
and
the force majeure.
Who gets to represent Kenya in that case?
The team that finished the first leg number one, and I'm assuming that's Tusker, because currently they are the league leaders right now, and the second leg has already started.
It is one of the most competitive seasons that we've seen in the Kenyan Premier League. Do you think that's a fair decision that they took?
Okay, of course, maybe the first option was to cancel the league, but again, kumbuka first leg ilikuwa ijaisha, so ingekuwa like prematurely. At least tungekuwa maybe tumeenda first leg, tuko down na first leg, then ingekuwa maybe na other issues into play. But again, unaangalia the decision maybe that they made, unaangalia the impact to the clubs. Now what I know is that COVID it may affect countries in different ways. Kuna zile maybe imekuwa so strong, kuna zile maybe zimeweza kumanage, unaona. So for me I believe lazima tungepeleka request. Tukojua maybe deadline is that hizo kafu tumabarua sana mapema. In fact kabla tu ligi ianze nyinyi mshajua maybe kuna at this particular time ligi itakuwa imesha, but ukiangalia with COVID around, I think ni kitu pia ingesikizwa like okay, for us indi may happen kwa sababu tulikuwa tusharudi kucheza, and then the government ikasimamisha kila kitu. So ni kitu pia mkipeleka kwa meza lazima utawasikiza, unaona. So I believe for us, if we could have maybe made a request like okay, for us will be maybe end the league at this particular time, so we request for more time. Kuna times unapata kuna watu hata kufika hata job wamechelewa, unaona. So for us hiyo ni issue ambayo
did not come out
immediately.
So ni kitu tungetuma representative kama tumechelewa.
Exactly. Kama tumechelewa, of course tungechelewa, lakini lazima tungekuwa na representative, na kitu kingesaidia kwa sababu unajua hizi dilute the competition in the league. So ukiangalia vitu na happen sahi, what happens if maybe up to coming to the 30th unapata maybe I have like tuseme okay, still Tusker leading maybe with 40 points, ndio. Maybe KCB or FC Leopard or Kariobangi Sharks iko behind Tusker with 2 points with a game at hand. What happens? Because you feel maybe if I play one game at hand, I'll be up with 1 point.
I'm same points with a goal difference.
Exactly. So unapata kuna vile inaleta a lot of confusion, but what I know is that federation, if they come up or if they made a request, I mean niko very 100% sure watawasikiza. Unaona, because ni vitu zimehappen, in fact imefanyika.
Yes.
Ligi haijakuwa kicheza.
Unless they did that,
yes.
na
wakakataa. Na pia lazima unajua kama walifanya hivyo wakakataa, lazima pia ikuwe out.
Lazima kuna correspondence.
Lazima wajulishe club this is what happened, tuliongea na ikakuwa wataelewana, but if vile imekuwa TV unajua lazima tutakuwa na questions.
Kuspia CAF wenyewe sio wamepostpone some of
their competitions.
Their competitions. The ladies qualifiers na pia the men's
it makes sense.
What do you think this will have to do with the special motivation of teams after June 30th? Like, you know, we've gotten the representative to CAF. How motivated the teams will be in taking part of the remaining fixtures?
It will be very interesting to see right now, and you can see the margin is not that big, because from Gor Mahia, who are number 5, they are on 28 points, with number 1 having 37 points. So that's a difference of 9 points only, and with only 6 weeks to go. So that the league ends.
But they won yesterday, so I think 6 points.
It's plus that win against Sofapaka.
Yes.
So and right now, I think the last episode I talked about Gor Mahia, and I said right now they've had some time to reflect and also to maybe get some momentum on, and they did that. They won against City Stars, which I predicted very right, and also against Sofapaka, of which right now
they have to say
in a good momentum. No, we always have to refer. And I haven't even said about me winning the last 2 weekends. The last 2 weekends, all my multi bets have gone through.
Yes.
Hatujafika tu, and I will still talk about it. So each time I think the teams have been taken through a roller coaster of emotions since last season when the league was cancelled. Teams zile zilikuwa zinafikiria ziko na a fighting chance za kubaki kwa Premier League, walishuka chini. The teams that were so bitter about it, like Kakamega Homeboys, who thought they had a chance to win the league, ikakuwa cancelled midway through. So sahi itakuwa ni ngumu sana kupredict vile teams zitakuwa zitafika at that time, but sahi najua obviously not all the teams are happy about it, and since it's a convocation from the federation that hao wenyewe ndo wameamua na wakasema itakuwa hivi kwa hivi, teams zikiamua sasa tuendanisha hivyo na federation, itakuwa ni ngumu sana teams kama Mathare United kusurvive, kwa sababu hawatakuwa sana an ample time since hiyo wako na change of guard at the helm. Itakuwa ni ngumu sana kwao, but zile teams ziko hapo hivi juu ndo unaziangalia sana sahi FC Leopards wako na chance ingine kubwa sana, because if they play their 2 matches at hand, they'll be number 1. They'll be on 38 points. And as I said even earlier in the season when the league started, I said FC Leopards, I'm really touting for them to win, because it will be really interesting to see the reaction of the fans after so many years, after 20 plus years, to have won the league yet again.
What do you think this will have in terms of motivation of teams taking part on the remaining fixtures after June 30th?
I think it has been a league of confusions, and okay, we can't blame anyone. You know, this was like a natural disaster, and you know, for the teams from the start of the league, you feel most of the teams put in a lot of energy, a lot of investments, and sacrifice and time, and you feel like, okay, this is our year, and then COVID happened. But again, you know, this is the situation that is unavoidable, but at least for the league organizers and the federation, we should just come up with a proper way to make sure that everyone is satisfied, because everyone knows that COVID is around, and it has affected every industry, every corporation, and I feel if everyone is involved in making the decision, I think itakuwa on a fair ground. But itakuwa kama ukimake a decision, because of course at the end of the day utapata decision haiwezi favor kila mtu, but if you involve everyone into the picture, bring anyone on board to make sure that, okay, this is happening, this is what needs to be done, we have to do this one, we have to go this way. I feel everyone, if everyone gives his opinion and ideas, I believe it will be a fair ground. But again, you feel, you know, these are like a wasted year, but you know, life has to go on. But we just feel if the league ends on 30th, then it's a problem, because what happens, tunaanza kucheza tournament ya mtaani tena, unaona, ama ligi itasimama. Na ukiangalia most of the times the way players walikuwa na struggle unapata there is something of the sport inasaidia sana in the process, kwa sababu they get something small, when they play the games they have the bonuses. But again, ikisimama those teams that doesn't have sponsorship from the corporates, then it's a total problem. And then okay, what happens next? We have international games coming up. Unapata kama ligi tena itakuwa imesimama, ina affect up to the national level. So nikitumia believe kwamba lazima tu watu wakae chini waongee, because if it have lazima CAF wamesiza, by the way, lazima majina ziende, zita have kwenda, and then lazima tukua kuongea, kwa sababu league lazima sasa, kama tutakuwa tunacheza tournament ama after 30 nini inafanyika next, because kama itaendelea kucheza, because tunaangalia pia preparation and the clubs are the feed of the national team.
So pia kuna KPL Shield Cup.
Yes,
so zile teams got KPL, since my games are chezwa Wednesday and weekend, how
so ni issue ambayo inaleta kila mtu on board, kwa sababu if it have to have kuna na crash programs, lazima kila mtu afeel that hit na kila mtu ajue nilikuwa involved na ako ready for that.
Your team Mathare, Greatness Within, fired Coach Salum. Do you think this will have an impact on the direction they'll take in the remaining fixtures?
Yes, it will. Not only is Coach Frank Ouna a very good coach and knows how to work with the youth mixed with the experience who are the players who are mostly at Mathare United, but still it's a very good time for the change of guard. The second leg has just started. Yes, and they have some couple of games at hand over their closest rivals, who are Vihiga United, who they drew with them in midweek last week. And it will be interesting to see how Coach Ouna, Frank Ouna, puts out his charges. Will he right now give the youth a sporting chance, just like the motto of Maisa? Because some of the young guys at Mathare United, they were afflicted and didn't know why they were not given a chance to play. And I know when you mix it, both old and new, you'll get results, because these young lads want to show the coach that we can also fight for a starting berth. We can be starters in this team. But mostly of them, and I think Situma here can attest to that. I can call you Coach Situma right now. You just received his CAF license. So congratulations for that, by the way. So I think he can attest to it, because the young guns were not really being given a good chance to showcase their talent. And right now with Coach Frank Ouna, who I worked under at Gor Mahia, we won the league together after 18 years. He still, I'm sure he still has that touch. When he was at Wazito, he really performed very well. When he was at KCB, the same thing. And right now that he's at Mathare, a team which has only one pressure: survive the league. And I think he'll be up to that task.
What did you make of the transition at Mathare United?
That's life, and at times changes as good as rest, and at times football is a funny game, and it depends on with the mentality of the players. At times maybe Frank Ouna hawezi kuja na kitu new on board, but again, just since kuna change, players wanna switch on tena, unaona. Ukiangalia from their last games, they went down to KCB, but unaona kulikuwa na tofauti sana. Ukiangalia the way the fighting spirit and also the way they approach that game, unaangalia wangeanza hivi, maybe kungekuwa na kitu, hawangekuwa kwa hiyo position wako. But again, unaangalia they have someone, a new person in charge, so unaangalia kila mtu maybe anataka kuimpress, like wameanza na zero ground, so kila mtu anataka exactly kila mtu anataka give a point kwamba okay, I want to be in the first 11. But again, Frank Ouna is tried and tested, is a good coach, has experience. Nakumbuka almost 10 years ago nikiwa at Sofapaka alikuwa pale, so ni mtu pia amelana lot and experience ya Kenyan Premier League, and then pia is the right person kuona kwamba ametoka pale. Na ukiangalia vile wamecheza, it's just a challenge that their next fixture ni tricky sana, away to Sudi. Na ukiangalia Sudi, timu zimeumia pale, so I think for him, kama anaweza pata 3 points ama anaweza pata 1 ama 3, I think itakuwa plus sana for Mathare, na itakuwa turning point for Mathare. Shida ni kwamba tuko only few weeks away league ishe, so what happens?
6 weeks peke yake.
All right, so let's look at the fixtures that are happening today. Wazito takes on Tusker. Your prediction?
I give it Tusker. The resumption of the league haijakuwa very good for Wazito, and right now hizo points wamezipoteza, it has given a huge dents in their title charge. and itakuwa ni ngumu sana kwao kuwin against Tusker. Tusker who have won and drew against their closest rivals KCB in midweek and won at the weekend. So I'll go for a win for Tusker.
Kakamega Homeboys takes on Western Stima in Kakamega. Your prediction?
Yeah, that's another tricky one, and going to this one, you feel Western Stima maybe have an edge against Kakamega Homeboys because in their last game, walipata at least a point. Kakamega Homeboys went down to Kariobangi Sharks 1-0, but also it was a tough for them. Ukiangalia from the since the resumption of sports, first games ukiangalia zimekuwa na low scoring apart from these 2-1 ya Gor Mahia pia against Sofapaka, but hizi zingine zimekuwa na low scoring margin. So for me it's a 50-50 affair, but I'll give Kakamega Homeboys but not more than 2 goals.
Kakamega Homeboys kichwa. Ulinzi Stars takes on Sharks in Narok. Your prediction?
Kariobangi Sharks have really in the resumption of the league, they've really come out guns blazing. And I will give them this one because Ulinzi Stars have also, even before the cancellation of the league, the rest, they were not that good. They had just collected a point away at Nzoia Sugar. So in this match, I see Kariobangi Sharks winning.
Kichwa K Sharks. Posta Rangers Okumbi takes on AFC Leopards at Ruaraka grounds. Your prediction?
That's a tricky one for Posta Rangers, and you know the way the Okumbi vile ucheza style yake of play, na hope ground pia to play part for that game. Okay, against AFC Leopards, they play their first game at Ruaraka. They won at Ruaraka, so we feel more at home at Ruaraka. So it's a tough one. Ukiangalia since waseme ligi inaisha, unajua FC wamesema hii kitu ni yetu. Juu wakiangalia those games at hand, wanaona we can do something. So for me, I'll give the FC Leopards.
The FC Leopards kichwa. This is a big one on Sunday. KCB takes on Bandari at Utalii. Your prediction?
I'll give it KCB. I thought that Bandari will also come out guns blazing with the resumption of the league, but Bidco United went there and got a point that was a plus for them, but 2 points dropped for Bandari, and I don't really see them getting anything out from this match because KCB also, with the resumption of the league, they got a point against Tusker and won at the weekend against Madari United, so I win for KCB for me.
Nzoia Sugar Madare.
Yeah.
At Sudi.
It's game.
Yes.
I think it's a tricky one for Frank again, and it's a really test for him. I remember Nzoia Sugar has been so solid at home. Wamepiga kila mtu pale juu, wenye wako pale juu. Wamepiga Sofapaka, imeenda pale ikapoteza point. Sharks walienda pale wakapata alama moja. So I think for them this is a game that previous game they lost. So I believe wanaenda pia all out kuona kwamba wameshinda. Ukiangalia the mood in camp at this time, unajua okay, kitu pia imechangia sana kwa growth ya this competition this season. Unapata those teams pia wametumia sana the advantage of social media, unaona, wamejaribu sana profile players na kila kitu and what's happening in the training sessions. So ukiangalia the mood down there, the way wachezaji wako na by the way this is the turning point, because kama tuna ligi inaisha tarehe 30 then we need these 3 points. So for me I think I'll give it Nzoia Sugar.
Nzoia Sugar kichwa. Monday Nairobi City Stars takes on Sofapaka. Your prediction?
Acha nipatie Nairobi City Stars, and I think against
Sofapaka.
I'll give it Nairobi City Stars.
Unasema atapoteza pesa?
Sofapaka out of form. The match that they lost against Gor Mahia, they not played that good, but if you saw the match for Nairobi City Stars against Gor Mahia, it was a game that would go either way, but through experiences where Gor Mahia took all 3 points. So I think I will give Nairobi City Stars a chance in this match.
You seem to have concerns that wawekezaji wanaweza kupoteza.
Nijua former captain wa Sofapaka. Unataka kujua ni kitambo.
But I must say Nairobi City Stars has been at Nairobi City Stars
when it was World Cup.
Yeah, I just feel okay against Gor. You feel maybe okay they lost against Gor, but again dakika ngapi walifungwa bao? Almost 6 minutes remain to the clock. Okay, a win is a win even in extra time, but again it's a game that ukiangalia the quality na consistency, ukiangalia since Ken Odhiambo alikuja into fray, ukiangalia the way walikuwa wanacheza, I think in this game pia wanaenda kupayana they are all against City Stars, because if Awezi shinda against it, okay, it's a quality team, they have quality, they have character in that team, and it's a good team in fact. Na kila time hata nikiangalia training, the way una train, unapata the attitude ya players, unaangalia win, but again against Sofapaka na feel if they'll have their best, maybe it's either X.
A draw. Remember, we're brought to you by Helabet. You can join, sign and play on helabet.co.ke. Remember, this conversation continues and you can join on our social media platforms, Kiwanjani for Facebook, Kiwanjani 254 for Instagram. Let's go to sure bets, and Stuma, you started with Leicester, Tottenham.
Yes, that's a big one. Ukiangalia at the moment kila mtu hizi unajua kuna trophy imebaki ya Champions League. Hiyo ndio trophy imebaki. Kila mtu anataka kucheza Champions League. Ukiangalia the league
apart from Arsenal.
Lazima kuja hapo. Exactly, you know. So ukiangalia the last 2 games kila team, I think ukiangalia the top 4, naweza sema the top 8, kila mtu anataka kucheza Champions League, kuna mwingine anataka kucheza Europa, na ukiangalia kila mtu alikuwa anacheza all out. Ukiangalia imekuwa a game of goals, so I went for over 2.5.
Over 2.5.
Yes.
Leicester, do they have a chance at top 4?
They have okay, it's a slim one, but again it can happen, you know.
Yes.
Ukiangalia going to the last games, kila team unajua it's either you uipate right ama uipate wrong, unaona? Cause ukienda at times when in football unapata unaenda all out, unataka upate bao, then you are vulnerable at the back, unapata unakuwa punished. But ukiangalia saa hapo unajua pia nadhani this is the hardest time ya coach ku prepare team, cause unataka ndio ushinde uende top 4 ama ucheze Europa, but again uwezi taka kuwa vulnerable nyuma. Na the funny thing inafanya inakuwa so tight is that hizo teams ukiangalia zenye zina fight for top 4 spots and Europa League sports, unapata zote ziko zimewashania 2 points, 1 point, unaona? So inafanya inakuwa somehow challenging, but again unaangalia kuna wale wako so comfortable maybe kucheza Europa. If it happens to play for the Champions League, then it's okay. That's why I went for
number 1 to number 5 can qualify.
Yeah.
If Chelsea win the finals but don't make it in the top 4.
Top 4, sure.
Yes. The one until number 5 can qualify.
So life ina depend kwa
kwa the last matches,
the last
the
games,
final.
The last games. The second game is Arsenal Brighton. You went for Arsenal Kichwa.
You know what happened for Crystal Palace. So ukiangalia in fact I can say the last 3 games Arsenal I think wamekuwa top. The mentality imekuwa high since that loss in Europa League. I think the mentality na unashanga. Okay, for me Arteta ndio unishangaza sana.
Too late.
Kitu moja unishangaza ni Arteta nayo. In fact hata tukicheza Europa ama tukicheza kuna time tukicheza Carabao, unapata El Nino wakati alikuwa anacheza pale katikati, unapata team inakuwa so stable in the midfield. So unaangalia these 3 last games amekuwa akimchezesha pale katikati na Thomas Partey, na team imekuwa so solid in defending, na unaangalia kwenda forward pia watu wakiattack unapata hamuna ile maybe that uoga ya kuona maybe if you lose possessions tutakuwa vulnerable at the back, because amecheza vizuri, unaona? So sasa unaangalia huyu jamaa na amekuwa tu pale game alikuwa anapewa anacheza vizuri, unaangalia coach alikuwa anafikiria nini? Maybe I don't know what happens with Shaka, but again I gave Arsenal Kichwa, Pepe ipepete.
Everton Man City over 2.5.
Yeah, again ukiangalia Man City tangu washinde ligi, by the way hawajatoa mguu kwa gas, wamekuwa wanacheza the same way, the same intensity, na nimeipea 2.5 with reasons. Ukiangalia game hii itachezwa, kila mtu anataka kwenda kucheza Champions League finals. Ukiangalia saa hizi headache Pep ako nayo ni inamsumbua kichwa, ni ajui vile atachagua watu wacheza Champions League finals, kwa sababu ukiangalia like unless saa hizi unajua naomba mchezaji wako mwenye anapata injury anasema afadhali amepata injury, kwa sababu kila mtu yuko ready kucheza na unapata wanacheza with the same intensity. Everton pia still they want to play for the kucheza Champions League, kucheza Europa League, so ni game wanaenda pia all out. Na ukiangalia their last wamekuwa on and off, but game kadhaa pia ukipata kucheza against tunaweza sema big teams wamekuwa up to the task, wameweza kucheza poa. That's why niliweka hivyo. So ni game ya mabao.
Liverpool Palace over 2.5 as well.
Yes, Liverpool ukiangalia Alisson aliwarudisha kwa mix, ilikuwa imeenda. Na ukiangalia by the way ndio feel uone the importance or the beauty kucheza Champions League. Ukiangalia that bao walisherehekea by the way more than hata walisherehekea wakishinda league last season. So ilimaanisha it meant a lot for the team, it meant a lot for Liverpool. In fact in the transfer period, because most of the teams when you are a good team you lose players during transfer period if you don't have that spot to play in the Champions League. So for them I think it's a plus. Na ukiangalia going to the last game wanaenda give it all out. Wanaenda kucheza nayo pia their last games wamekuwa wako pale, so it's an end to end game.
Hii weekend unaona akipata pesa yake? Where do you have doubts?
25%.
Yes.
75 unaweza pata, 25 unaweza kosa.
Okay.
New game ya Man City versus Everton. Ukiangalia the last 5 matches za Everton, only moja ndio imekuwa over 2.5. Hizo zingine zimekuwa under.
Timu wanacheza nayo.
Na ndio hii timu wanacheza nayo, of which ilienda 3-4 against Brighton, who are also kind of defensive, but they also play an open game and they were beaten 3-4. Naona hii game kidogo itaenda under 2.5, and I will tell you why. Sahi Everton wanajua vizuri sana. Wanafaitia goal difference. Juu inaweza go down to goal difference if they qualify for Europa League. Ama third tier competition ya Europe, which inaitwa European Conference League. Of which nakwambia Arsenal can still qualify for Europe next season.
Sure.
Games out the last 5 moja pekee kimeenda over 2.5. So hii ni game yenyewe wanahitaji ku make their goal difference much better. So hata kama Everton wata win, of which nikakuwa very brave enough naweza ikia X2 Everton to win or to lose, because they've had a very good season away from home, and that is because lack of fans. That's for sure. And sahi ndio mafans wamerudi kwa hizi last game, but still naona hiyo game itakuwa ngumu sana kwa Man City.
Yes.
And kitu moja na pia ningependa pia kukumbusha pia Situma Guardiola ni mjanja sana. Sasa ashajua ile timu atachezesha nayo finally. Anajua. So hii ni game ataweka tu wale wachezaji, labda wale wacheza game ya Newcastle na hii game ya Brighton juzi. Ataweka hapa ndio kungangana hizo points zitakuwa zenyu.
90% ilikuwa regular players.
Ndio nasema.
Na vile umesema,
hii game
Everton wamekuwa na good run away from home, which means they will score goals.
But games wamekuwa approach very defensive.
So that's the game where you have doubts.
So you know game kuna doubts. Ningependa kuiweka X2.
Yes.
Of which being bold, but ningependa kuiweka under 2.5.
Or you started with the Leeds, West Brom 1 and over 1.5.
Leeds pia wameweza get they were on a very rough patch, but wakaanza pick up points, and they feel they can finish at a better league position. Na hii ni ile moto inakuanga sana kwa zile teams zime promoted from the NSL, from the championship, sorry, NSL ni ya Kenya, from the championships. And ukiangalia last season but one ilikuwa ni Sheffield walipanda hapo juu, uliangalia walimaliza top 10, but this time ilikuwa ngaji walishindwa kutoka hapo hivi chini. Kwa hivyo Leeds na wapatia kichwa, kwa sababu sasa Southampton they don't really have anything to play for, so watakula hiyo game.
We went to France and for its Lille 2 and over 1.5.
Yes, the race at the top of the League One, it's really tough, and sai all 3 teams can win, albeit with Monaco by goal difference, of which they have a goal difference of -6 against Lille. So waombe Lille wafungwe na hao washinde by a higher goal margin, and hao pia PSG wafungwe ndio waweze. So mathematically speaking they can still win it, but sai Lille I don't think after their draw last weekend, I don't think wanaweza wachilia kitu at the last hurdle. Yani we have only this one match, tupige tu win tutashinda hii game. Na ukiangalia games as Angers versus Lille, the last 3 matches zote zimego over 2.5. So in a safe bet nimesema 2 and over 1.5, kwa sababu sidhani watakubali kufungua ya kwanza, na ile timu itakuja on the defensive.
You also stayed there saying PSG will win and it will have over 2.5 against
Yes,
Brest.
very true. Na mimi najua wata blow Brest out of this planet manze. Watawapiga kwa sababu ndio game ya mwisho, wanajua vizuri sana. Lille wakiblanda, hizi game zote zinachezwa at the same time.
Yes.
Lille wakiblanda tu, they have an eye on that game. Sina watu tunaichukua. So nikaiwekea 2 and over 2.5 because I know it will be a high scoring game.
West Ham and so Ton. You went for West Ham?
Yeah, West Ham in midweek versus West Brom, they were really this close into not having this close into being overtaken by the teams that are below them, and they could have spoiled their chance, but they came from a goal down and won 3 goals to 1. So hii ni mechi pia they will play with their lives. Kuna time walikuwa very sure that they will win, they will get to the Champions League. Now wamekuwa in the top 4 for quite some time, but wakaanza kufalter. They started losing a couple of matches when Declan Rice was out because of injury, but right now he's back, and hii ni game najua wataikula because they still have a chance to play in the Europa League.
Do you think watu waweke pesa yote ama
anajua hiyo petrol hiti ataweka mtu na ongeza hizo zake,
alafu aseme yake ni
by the way iko sawa,
iko sawa.
Thank you very much.
Me to be more safer, ukiangalia at least against Soton, I think okay, brave
West
enough.
West Ham versus Soton.
No. The first game Leeds against
Oh, West Brom.
Yeah,
West
West Brom.
Brom.
Yeah. I make
Leeds kichwa.
risk kichwa. By the way, ukiangalia mimi to be on a safer side, okay ako sawa, ameka brave enough, but unajua anaweka 500, but mtu akiwa na 1500 anaweza over 1.5 in this way.
Over 1.5.
Of course, PLs amefanya good job at Leeds. Na ukiangalia this season, by the way, hata your position wako, ukiangalia the fans, the management wako okay sana, because ukiangalia the way wamekuwa kicheza ligi na team, the quality of the team ama the resources they have, una feel wameachieve something. Unaona wanacheza na team bila amesema they have nothing to lose, kila kitu imeisha, but again inakuwa more dangerous ukicheza na mtu mwenye hana kitu ya kulose. Unaona inakuwa somehow challenge. That's why mimi naenda na over 1.5, weka 1500 yako, usiweke 500 kama ya msoba. Tajeno ukiweka 100 uko sawa.
Hapo ndio tunamaliza show. Until next time, same place, different games. My name is Esbon Mogambi, and remember the conversation continues on the comment section. Till then, it's goodbye.